Hey now.
Are we going?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're going. Go ahead.
Hey,
Sorry.
Greg? Okay.
yes.
Hey now. Welcome to Gen Lab, where we talk about a whole bunch of nothing. Darren, Greg, Jasmine, you know the drill. Here we are. Welcome.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Wow.
I'm
What an
Darren.
intro.
Yeah.
I'm GT.
Hopefully
So
we'll get more than 2 views or whatever is currently on there. So
the last one it was a low. The last one was the lowest of a
you
long
didn't
time, which
put
was
enough like
39.
double entendre. You didn't put
Yeah.
enough sexual
Yeah.
innuendo in the title.
It actually was called sexual innuendo.
Was it?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Oh, I don't
But
know.
hey,
Midlife crisis.
It's so long ago.
yeah,
Hard
so
to
long
say.
ago.
I was gonna try
Yeah.
some of these.
Midlife crisis.
Today's that's what the last one was called, midlife crisis. Yeah. Like
That's
today, yeah. Today is National Cookie Day. What's your favorite cookie?
Oh. National Cookie Day. Okay, wait. What? Remind me what
I'm
it was
ready.
this week, though. Go through the week because you do update us pretty regularly, and I'm always way off.
Yeah, so I believe that so far this week we've had National Wear Brown Shoe Day,
Mess that up before.
National
I don't
Sock
even usually
Day.
put shoes on, and I have more brown shoes than like any other color. I had shoes on like way earlier than normal, and they were not brown. So
Yeah, and you didn't have brown shoes on. You had green and white shoes on.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then National Sock Day.
Oh, okay. I have been wearing a lot of socks.
Okay, there you go. It's cold,
Because
probably.
it's cold.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Yeah.
It's like 21
And then-
degrees.
And then we had National Cookie Day.
That's today, you said, or tomorrow?
Yeah, today. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And
I
then
feel like you sent us National Shoe Day was this morning, I thought.
It was.
was?
So National Cookie Day is also National Wear Brown Shoe Day. I'm not
That
sure
is
why.
way better to have National Cookie Day. Okay.
Yeah.
Best cookie.
Yeah, your favorite cookie.
Darren, you go. I have to think about this. Stop with the
I don't really have a.
I'll give you
favorite
mine. How about
cookie.
that? I'll give you mine.
You don't have a favorite because they're all your
Snickers.
favorite?
Snickerdoodle.
That if you had me guess, I would 100% have said Snickerdoodle.
No, I'll tell you what. The
you?
Snickerdoodle is way under
They're
appreciated.
good. They
It
are
is a
good. My
good
aunt
cookie.
used to make. You know, okay, it's not necessarily about what's in the cookie for me. It's going to be about how it's like the texture. Because I like a gooey, like soft cookie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Especially like the next day, they're like all. I don't know. There's something about them just like soft.
I'll tell you.
So-
go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, we also had National Positive Affirmation Day and National
let's
Green
finish the
Beans
cookies.
Casserole Day. Yeah, I was just going back to those. But yeah, so on the cookies, so if you want, do you know how to make, so on the Toll House cookie recipe, you know what I'm talking about? The back of the package.
Nestle Toulouse.
Nestle.
Yeah.
Hard to beat.
Okay,
Hard to
so if you want to change that recipe to where they're really gooey and soft,
Okay. You just cook them less.
no, yeah, you could do that, right?
Oh,
Cook
okay.
them 9 minutes instead of 12. That's right. So cook them less, but also instead of where it asks for butter, use vegetable shortening of like
That's how you
some
make a
sort.
trans fat, and that's how you die.
Yeah,
Anyways,
saying.
so no, not gonna do that, but I will say that
You
so
could use one without trans fats.
I don't think that exists. Vegetable shortening it's
Well, any of the not shortening.
I've learned
the
a lot
oil,
about
oil.
yeah,
not
oil. Yeah,
shortening,
yeah,
oil.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, oil
Any of
too.
the oils.
Yeah, if
So-
you bake, if those hit their smoke point, which is like 350, and they bake at 350, which is the normal cookie, the bond will flip and it'll make it into a trans fat.
Okay.
That's how you
So
die.
it tells you use
Something new.
butter, and Greg's saying use vegetable oil.
Not vegetable
Mhm.
oil. Use oil.
Crisco.
Yeah,
He said
oil.
Crisco
No,
and
not
lard.
Crisco. Don't use
and
Crisco. Use
That's
oil
animal fat.
like avocado
He's trying to
oil
kill us.
or Crisco.
Avocado oil might be okay.
Yeah, it's 450, I think.
But I think that so I would go. So I'm gonna say best cookie and then worst cookie. Best
Yeah.
cookie. It does it have to be store bought or could it be like just like
Could
a
be whatever.
ingredient?
Yeah.
White chocolate macadamia nut with like cranberries in it, especially
Okay.
this time of year. Is
That's interesting. Never heard of that.
really what? Oh, you gotta try it. And then I do like a snickerdoodle because I do like cinnamon. Worst cookie is gonna be the animal cracker, which I'm pretty sure is technically a cookie.
Mm. Yeah, good point. That is a pretty bad cookie.
It's
The animal
terrible.
cracker, but there's also animal.
Oh, the
there's-
frosted ones are good. No, those
frosted
are
ones
good.
are good.
Yeah, those are good.
But you're talking about the
Because
little
because they
box
have
with a string.
frosting. Like they have bright pink frost. Anything with color, anything that's like looks like a Pop Tart, I want it.
And they have these little candy
back on that.
balls stuck
Yeah.
to them that are good. So I think what I'm going to say is there was a place in Dallas in the tunnel between my building and another building.
Oh, a
and
tunnel.
It was called Paradise Bakery. And it had
Oh.
sandwiches and soups and salads,
Mhm.
but they also had cookies and stuff. And they had something called the chipper. And you would get a bag of, and they were little cookies. They were chocolate chip cookies with oatmeal in it. And
Oh, I do like that.
when you
Yeah.
caught them hot, the chippers. Oh man, that's a good cookie. And I haven't had a chipper in 25 years.
You
No,
know,
longer than that.
unpopular opinion, but I actually think oatmeal raisin is nothing to scoff at. I like the cinnamon flavor. I don't mind raisins, especially when they're warm. Like I'm okay with it.
I would leave the raisins out. I don't like raisins, but I would if you put the oatmeal with the chocolate chip.
That's
good to go.
obvious. That's too obvious though. Like that's gonna be good, of course, but it's kind of like the underdog cookie that you want to root for, you know?
Yeah.
I like to eat the cookie dough about 10 times more than I like to eat the cookie.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I get in
Alright.
moods for cookie dough. And
Yeah,
I think
Yeah,
that's
should do that.
depression.
The
Oh, that
raw
might be.
egg though, you guys aren't
Mhm.
concerned
I don't
about
care.
the raw egg.
No,
No.
I don't think that's a thing. I think that's
I've
a
put
lie.
a lot worse in my mouth.
I
than
well,
that.
I put a lot of raw cookie dough in my mouth, and I'm telling
Me
you,
too.
I've never gotten sick
Mhm.
from it. It only brings me joy. You know what? I had a cannoli when I was in
Is that what
Boston.
Matt calls his thing, raw cookie dough?
Gross.
Oh my gosh. And
You're
there we
starting off
go.
strong tonight.
And there we go.
Oh, you notice how I never bring Mariana into it? I have too
I'm
much
sorry.
respect.
Your man.
Anyways, I had a cannoli in Boston. I can't stop thinking about it. It was so good.
Is that
Oh, really?
cream-filled little hard shell?
And it had chocolate on the end. It was like, yeah, it's like it's like a waffle cone type thing. It has the cream, and then it has like a little bit of the chocolate on the end. It was so good.
And then they've got the
Mhm.
Boston cream pie.
I didn't
And-
have one of
And
those.
what is that? Is that
I
just
thought that was a
regular
pie. I thought, or no, I think that's a cake. I don't know. I didn't
I
have
think it's
one.
like a cream puff. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, cool.
Hey, I have a follow-up question
Mm-hmm. To me
By
or
the
to
way,
Darren?
to you. I apologize. I'm a little bit under the weather, so I sound
So
like
the
I'm
sexual jokes.
apologizing. He's apologizing.
The sexual jokes are because you're sick.
Yeah.
Well, then
No,
I
he's
totally.
not apologizing for that. He's only
Oh.
apologizing because his nose is running. Has nothing to do with what you put in your mouth. is
No,
what he
that's
said you put.
Hey, so macadamia nut. What was it with? You said white chocolate macadamia with some
Yeah, so if you do like white chocolate macadamia nut, so it has white chocolate chips, and then sometimes they'll add in cranberries, like dried
cranberry.
cranberries.
Oh, cranberry.
Oh, it's
mhm.
so good. Yeah.
I've never had that.
Okay.
It's a great Christmas time
Yeah.
cookie.
I was
Like I
actually
only like to eat it during Christmas time, in fact. But I'm telling you, I made myself sick off those when I was younger. So
yeah,
get it.
I was gonna make them. That sounds really good.
they're really
Like
good.
I used to
Mhm.
I used to like the chocolate covered cherries at Christmas time. The little
I don't
cherry
like those.
cordials.
Oh, the cherry cordials. You know what though, the maraschino cherries, when you like put them into chocolate, the texture of them is no for
Yeah,
me.
that's what bothers me. I have a texture problem with cherries.
Mhm.
Not
I get
real
it.
cherries, but
No, not real cherries. But I like
Yeah.
a maraschino cherry in like a drink or on top of a sundae.
No.
I'll eat that separately. Like by itself, it's great. But then you put it in chocolate and it's like, the fuck? I don't know.
Well, I
Mhm.
used to always get that, and that was my thing. But you know,
That's
I-
an ancient. That is an ancient candy.
ancient.
That's
Yes,
like circus
ancient.
peanut level.
Well, well, they're everywhere though. They're not that
Mhm.
ancient. Every store I ever go in, they're
No,
there.
I know. I'm just saying that was before they got like good candy.
yeah, but they don't even advertise
that's-
those anymore. That's just like
that-
it's like toothpaste. You know, you don't advertise toothpaste
Shut up.
anymore. Yeah.
Oh,
It-
because
it's-
they're classic.
They're everywhere.
just because,
They're
yeah, you
everywhere.
gotta
But
have it.
anyway,
Okay.
I
Okay,
quit-
Darren. Okay,
I-
Darren. Do you eat the orange slice things that taste like orange, but they're chocolate and you can pull them apart?
No.
Because I feel
The
like that's
orange
something.
slice things that taste like chocolate.
They come in they're like a ball, and they look like an orange shape, and they have
Oh,
like little imprints of orange slice
that's
on
a
them, but they're
marzipan.
chocolate.
That's marzipan.
No, it was chocolate when I was a kid, but they were disgusting because they tasted like orange. It was like orange chocolate,
Well, that's
from what I
marzipan.
remember.
Marzipan is orange chocolate.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
marzipan is almond, isn't it? I
It's
thought
orange.
marzipan was like an almond.
I don't know. Let me ask GPT.
Well,
Wait, how
I
much
don't-
are we betting on it? Because I want to know.
I don't.
How
Okay.
much?
Well, I don't know what that is. I don't think I've ever had that.
I think marzipan is almond paste or
An
almond
orange
dried
slice to
something.
me is a gooey orange candy with
Yeah, they have
sugar
that
on
too.
it. That to me, that's an orange.
But the
slice.
orange chocolate came in a foil ball. It like had a foil on the outside. It came in a box. And it was like a very Christmas thing.
I don't know.
And you got them in your stocking and you threw them away directly into the trash can. And you got lifesavers and a little Bible
Mhm,
lifesaver.
I
And
never
Pez
got that
I
candy.
remember those.
No?
I remember those.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember those for sure. Yeah, marzipan is a sweet confection made primarily from ground almonds, sugar, and honey.
Marzipan.
Boo.
Mhm.
I feel like
You
Homer
win.
Simpson. I would eat
So
that.
let me
You
finish my
win. You
chocolate.
win a bottle of deodorant and a gallon of water.
No,
I'd be offended by that
orange-
if you had
she
smelled me
wins
recently.
She wins
and
a
said that.
chocolate orange slice.
It'll
is
be
what
in the
she
mail.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll bill you.
I'll send it to you. So, okay, let me finish my chocolate covered story. So that was a thing that I always got, and then my mother-in-law picked up on it, so she started always getting that for me. That was like a stocking stuffer I'd get from Joyce. But years ago, you can't eat that stuff. You'll be 1,600 pounds and end up in the hospital. So I kind of quit eating that. This last trip at Thanksgiving, she bought this huge case of chocolate covered cherries. I get it. She's wanting to get me something. She has no idea what to get. So I'll get him a suitcase full of chocolate covered cherries. It's like,
That's a
okay,
good idea.
I ate one. I took it to the office. And in one day, it looked like a raccoon had gotten into it. They mowed through those things so fast.
My
But I'm
gosh.
happy. I'm happy
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
got eaten.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
It
good.
was funny though. They
Yeah.
liked them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like
That's
when
what
you
I do
have
with all the food I don't like. Take it to work.
just take it to work. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But if you have like one thing that you really love, people love to get you it as a gift. Like they just really glom onto it. And like
Because
the
they don't know what
Beatles,
else.
like I get so many like I have probably 100 Beatles books, chord song books, lyric books, pictures, whatever. But
'Cause it's
I don't
easy.
mind. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. It's just an easy thing. It doesn't bother me. But
No one's ever given me a blowjob.
What?
I tell everybody how much I love them, but no one gives it to me on Christmas. That's funny. That's good.
I guess I missed
Yeah.
something.
I said if you have one thing that you really like and you tell people that you like it, they always want to give it to you on Christmas. Like
Okay.
they always do it, and that was a good joke. You missed it. Too bad.
I mean, Greg is on fire.
Yeah, he really
tonight.
is. I think
like
it's this
triple X.
illness. I think it's actually what is that one that goes straight to your brain? Is that syphilis or what?
Cool.
Encephalitis.
Oh,
Syphilis. I mean,
I think he does have syphilis. the way
sounds
he's acting.
similar. Yeah, it sounds similar.
I think you meant
Okay.
to your head on the other one.
So wait, that's a great. Can we talk about stocking stuffers through the generations? Because that's
Yes, we can. Actually, that is one of our topic items for today.
wow.
Shut up.
I
That's
just
ridiculous.
guessed it. I just knew.
It is
I have a
holiday
strong opinion
traditions.
about stocking stuffers.
Oh, you
Strong
do?
opinion. Okay.
But go ahead. I'm
Go
just
ahead.
telling
Who's
you,
going ahead? You go ahead.
I
Yeah.
can chime in on this. So, as a kid, as a poor child from the West,
Hmm.
my mom, our stockings were tube socks. So back in the day, your
Same.
socks you wore were white socks with stripes at the 3 stripes at the top,
Mhm.
right? There was like an
Yeah.
orange, a green, and another
Yeah.
orange or red
You
A
wore 'em
red,
high.
yeah.
Mhm.
Red, blue, green.
up high. They're almost like baseball socks.
Mm-hmm.
So that was used as our stockings. We didn't have actual stockings. some dirty.
Oh, that wasn't in the stocking. You're talking about
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
the
the
stocking.
stocking.
Yeah, same with us.
The dirty
Maybe you were poorer than I
used
was.
Socks were the stocking, and what was in them were oranges,
Yeah.
pears, and nuts. Like
I was
nuts
gonna
to
say, did you
crack.
get oranges and pears?
Yeah, but it wasn't
I
even
know.
good nuts. What we got were the Brazilian nuts, Brazilian nuts. Yeah,
Yeah, no. What were you gonna say about that?
Yeah, what do you call those?
which we couldn't crack. We
Well,
couldn't
you had to have a nutcracker.
What did
But-
you say when you got those nuts? I've actually heard that too many of those is like poisonous or something. Is that true?
Really?
That's why the shell's so hard to get into, I guess.
Yeah, probably. You can't eat too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we would get Brazilian nuts. I don't even know where we got Brazilian nuts because my mom,
We
why
did
would she
too,
buy those?
But
That's
you
so
get
weird.
so back in the day, I don't know if they have it anymore, but
Must have been
you used
free.
to go in a grocery store and there was a barrel of mixed nuts, and you would had a big
Scoop the
scooper,
big
Oh.
and
nuts.
you'd stick it
Yeah.
in a bag, and you buy it
Oh.
by the pound, and it was everything. It was hazelnuts and
Oh.
pecans and Brazilian
Yeah.
nuts and I don't know
Macadamia
almonds.
nuts and all the good
Almonds.
stuff. Yeah.
I don't remember macadamia nuts.
No,
And
there's
then-
no macadamia in there, but yeah.
Oh no.
Same,
Okay.
same idea though.
No,
You're right. That's too tropical.
Yeah, too much
I
for
see.
southern.
So
poor
that's
kids
what we
like
got.
me.
So then I get married to a well-to-do family, and now the stockings are actual
Now
store-bought.
you have everyone else has beautiful stockings and you just have this dirty
have
ass
a
sock
used-
that's
a
been
used
stretched
tube
out
sock.
through.
My brother's used tube
Years.
sock.
You
Because I
should.
know they were my brothers. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
And like little trinkets, like little puzzles.
Yeah.
For instance, I was at the store the other day and I saw Pez's, like the Pez dispenser.
Yeah,
candy.
we got Pez. Yeah.
That's a stocking stuff. So I grabbed.
Yeah. Those
some
little
of
games with the little balls in them that you move around and try to get in the holes. You know what I'm talking about?
Little knickknack
Yeah, I
things.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's what's in
Chinese
the stock-
handcuffs, Chinese finger
That's
cuffs or
what's in the
handcuffs.
stockings in my
Mhm.
world now.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I
Oh.
transitioned from pears, oranges, and Brazilian nuts.
Yeah. So you
To
upgraded. You gave your
trinkets.
children what you couldn't have.
I didn't. My wife did.
So
Sure.
we're similar. So I grew up on the same thing, Darren, with a sock. And then
Was it
And then-
Jeff's tube sock?
I don't know whose they were, but they were big sock. My dad was a football coach. I'm sure they were the school socks somehow.
Gross.
So anyway,
Eat your pear straight out the sock.
oh yeah, for sure. But I think what we do today is, I mean, our stockings are legit stockings. Like now it's gift cards and lip
Oh,
balm and like and I don't know, something personal to everyone. Say,
Hmm.
t-shirt for
Yeah.
me because I like t-shirts, but yeah. Anyway, yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty legit. So our stockings can be the most expensive gift. So we don't do Christmas gifts. We have never had Santa Claus in our house. So we do a trip every year instead of
That's
we do
cool.
a
Yeah.
yeah. So we buy the kids one gift each, less than $50. And then the stocking, like Mariana's stockings have been well over $50 some years, because you just pack a whole bunch of stuff in there.
Yeah. Well, we don't really do Santa either. My kids found that out in second grade. Each of them were like, okay, so let's break this down logically. How can a big fat guy go through that? So we we didn't have a fireplace. So we were just like, okay, whatever. But growing up, I always had a legitimate stocking.
Spoiler alert.
Um,
Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to all the children listening, great. Fuck Santa. Yeah, after you said all the blowjob stuff, what is the child still listening to this? What's wrong with you? Anyways,
They don't know what
that's
that is. They know what
that's
Santa
the bad
is.
thing that they're gonna hear on this podcast tonight is that I said Santa's not real.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They
Okay.
Probably
so
thought it was a
anyway.
lollipop.
So I growing up got candy, the oranges. We would get those
So you
lifesaver
were
book
rich.
things. No, but we would get shampoo and conditioner, VO5.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
we did that too. And a
And then
toothbrush.
we would get socks, gloves, anything that we kind of needed. Sometimes you get pack of underwear in there, something random. It was just random stuff. It was like honestly filler. And then maybe like I think it was mostly like candy, pretty much. And then now my kids get, honestly, we don't have like a hard and fast rule. I'm not like $50 gift, but we usually get like one big gift for the family. Like this year we're going to get them a piano, not a piano, but like a nice keyboard and or a drum set. We're debating. And then
go keyboard.
yeah, it would be like one of those electronic drum sets where they have the headphones, but still,
Okay.
because my kids are like really good with rhythm.
I got one
Yeah,
here for you in the
the
background.
the baby grand. I wouldn't have anywhere to put that. That would take up the whole. I'd have to put that outside. But yeah, so we do like one main gift, and then the stockings are kind of similar. It's like, what do you need? Maybe a hairbrush or like a couple of pens. My kids are all artists, so they like to draw. So I'll do like you can take up a lot of space with like a really thick what's it, like the notepads that they draw on, or the drawing pads. So new pencils, paint, whatever.
Yeah, that's
like it.
cool. I think everybody's got a little bit of different take on it, and I think that's the fun of stockings, right?
I do want to say, Greg said he doesn't do Christmas; he goes on trips. We're doing that this year for the first time. I'm
Where are you going?
excited. No presents. I mean, I got a couple Pez dispensers I got for everybody.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
We're going to Breckenridge.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, Breckenridge is
Fantastic.
nice.
Y'all come on. Y'all go
Oh.
with us.
I would love to.
I'm actually going to be in Oklahoma City.
Oh, that's a good second
Understandable.
kind of.
So the best
I
place
couldn't-
on earth, really.
Yeah, if I couldn't do Breckenridge,
There's a Shields.
thing about Oklahoma,
There is
though.
that.
Is there? No, there's not.
You told me there was a new one opening up, I thought. Or maybe
Huh.
there's one in Tulsa.
That was in
You could drive to
Wichita.
Tulsa.
I don't.
There's one in Tulsa now.
I don't want to do that at
I
all.
think
But,
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma, I have a whole new respect for Oklahoma, and so do a lot of my friends. I sent a map out of the only one of only 2 states in the union that were every county was red.
Hmm.
Oh, that's
Well,
Oklahoma.
Massachusetts was like the only one that was all blue, and I was there, and everyone was just lovely. I was hoping somebody was going to be like a dick, and nobody was.
No,
That's
I love
cool.
Massachusetts. My daughter's there looking for a place to live right now,
Mm,
and spent last summer there. And I mean, she loves it.
yeah.
Not
Yeah,
last summer. several
I have no
times.
issue with
know.
anywhere.
Oklahoma
just,
sucks.
Yeah,
I don't care
I
if they're
hear you.
all on the right side of
Well,
history.
isn't Idaho pretty darn red? I thought
Yeah, but
Idaho
not
was
every
all
county.
red.
There was about 2 counties that were
Mhm.
blue.
It's
Yeah,
all the
it's pretty
Californians.
close.
California was very red. Like where I grew up in
It is
California, it
by
was
county
very
by
red.
county. It is, yes, county by
The
county. It is. It's
interior's
just
always
the
been red.
it's just the high. Same with Illinois. You know, it's just the high population areas.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It's
but
crazy.
we're gonna have to clip election talk probably, or we'll
No,
get,
keep it.
sideline. No, they clip us. They won't show our show.
I don't think that's true anymore.
Well, I don't think you can. I don't think you can tamper with an election after it's already happened. I think that we got an election tampering kind of
But
call
the
out.
word election tampering may get us. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
but there's no
gun-shy.
election. There's no election.
There's
though.
no
It's
election to
already-
tamper
We
with.
can't tamper with it now because there's no
They
election.
don't care about election because the election's over.
Fayetteville had a runoff, and they have a brand new mayor. I just
Oh,
found
really?
that out
Okay.
tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. Is that going to
Yeah,
affect your?
it's Kelly Rich's boss.
Is it going to affect your
What?
paper route? Oh,
That's
really? Wow.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were 1 degree from 2 degrees from fame.
So you're going to be going to Breckenridge, no presents. You're going to go skiing, snowboarding, what?
Yes.
Yes and yes.
Skiing.
Where do you go, Greg? You go to like Costa Rica or something, huh?
Not yet. Costa Rica is on the list. So we've been to a number of places from interior, within the United States location, just everywhere in the U.S., Florida, Chicago, uh, camping, Utah. We did the Big
Camping in the
Five.
winter.
No, but we did the Mighty Five. We camped it was cold. We camped in a wagon. We didn't camp like it had a heater and
A
stuff. but
Conestoga wagon. I
Yeah.
stayed in one of those in Wyoming.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, same kind of thing.
Really?
Same kind of
Where
thing.
was that?
It was in Utah somewhere. I can't remember, but yeah,
Okay, that's
it was
cool.
cool.
But they had
It was
heaters
cool.
in there. Those.
They did have a heater and AC and all that kind of stuff, but you had to go outside during the night to go to the bathroom when you're my
Yeah.
age, and it was cold to go to the bathroom because you had
Hmm.
your private bathroom, but it was 20 yards away.
But I'll
Hmm.
tell you, camping in the South, I'd rather camp in the wintertime in Texas
Yeah, no
than
bugs
in the
and heat.
summertime.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true. No
but
bugs, and
Brutally
it's not
hot.
going to rain as often. And
yeah, we've been to we went to Europe one year, which was a really big trip. We went for
hmm.
32 days, and
Oh
then
my
we went.
God, you guys really do it up.
Yeah, we like to
You must have
travel,
had
and then
somewhere to stay. You
no,
paid for a hotel for a month.
we did Airbnbs all across, and
Airbnbs are so cheap in Europe. You can get
yeah,
like if you go
yeah,
to like, well, you don't have to go to like Estonia, but like Greece or France,
oh,
even certain parts,
yeah.
you can get like
In
a really
France,
cheap.
yeah, in France, we stayed really reasonable, like way cheaper than a hotel. Of course,
Hmm.
we had to walk up 12 flights of stairs to get to the room,
Well, and
but
if
that's
you want
fine.
something like a little bit nicer or whatever, but like you could stay for probably like a week in France for like $600 or $700.
The best value was Italy. We went to we were in Rome, and we had a 3-bedroom apartment or a 3-bedroom home, and all the doors are really huge. They have
Hmm.
huge doors, and they have smaller doors you actually go through, like
Yeah.
door within a door. Really cool.
Or if you wanna
And
go to, like, Portugal or Spain, you could get a really good deal on an Airbnb, and it's, like, so tropical, but
yeah.
still good because it's not down in South America, which I am afraid of because I think
No, South America's great. So we've been
I'm
to
afraid of getting
Colombia.
drug trafficked. I don't wanna talk about it.
No, no, no. We've been to Colombia, El Salvador, Ecuador. El Salvador is very American friendly. They have a president who came in about 5 years ago, very democratic. And I don't mean democratic like as in Democrats. I mean
'Cause
democratic
I
as
feel
in
like I don't wanna get stuffed
Western.
with drugs and taken back in the
no.
United
I think
States.
El Salvador would be fit for you. They use U.S. dollars. They're very American friendly. Um, it's very nice. All the
Okay.
highways are nice. The roads are called California 1, California 10.
Oh,
Not sure
wow,
why.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so traveling for the
Travel.
holidays, I
Yeah.
lose that game this year, it sounds like, so
No,
We're
you're
we're going
traveling.
to we're going
going to
somewhere. We're
Oklahoma
going
City.
to somewhere else. Are you going to Oklahoma
Where?
City? Yeah. We're going
Hmm.
to Mariana told me today. We're going to
You don't even know.
Blooming Grove,
no,
Uh,
Barry.
oh my
some of
god,
the
he's
Blue
going to
Ridge
Webster
Mountains.
Parish,
Blue
yeah.
Ridge Mountains, but I'm not sure where. I'm not sure the town.
Shreveport.
Yeah, I don't think the
I
Blue
was
Ridge
just
Mountains go
there
to
for
Shreveport.
Thanksgiving.
They're closer to
It's
you, Jasmine.
it's
They'll be in
booming.
West Virginia or one of those places.
Oh, we're kinda, like, switching. It's West Virginia? Really?
Somewhere up there.
Hmm.
Blue
I'm
Ridge
gonna
Mountains.
avoid that one, I think. But I was looking for my birthday at just, like, getting a cabin and just going away for a few
That's
days
a good
because I like
idea.
to
Yeah.
unplug.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I wanna do that.
You should, yeah. Yeah, West Virginia, I don't think you'll get drug trafficked in West Virginia, though.
West
Mm-mm. No, I'll have
Virginia.
too many teeth, I think, for that particular state. That's
Mm,
really ignorant,
and
but
for all of my West Virginia all of our West Virginia viewers,
all of
we
our
apologize.
listeners in West Virginia, just drink a Mountain Dew and be fine. You'll be
And
fine.
for all those that didn't know there wasn't a Santa Claus, we apologize. And for those who have to
Yeah,
ask what a
and those
blowjob
who
is, we
need to know
apologize.
what a blowjob is, Greg is his number is,
You know, you talk about a Mountain Dew. My daughter had a science project one time, and
mhm.
how different drinks affected your teeth. And
Yeah.
she got eggs, and she would leave eggs in Mountain Dew
Oh, that's
and the
cool.
Monster and all this stuff.
Mhm.
Mountain Dew is acid. Mountain
Yeah.
Dew ate that egg up.
Yeah, no, they have
Mm,
that. It's called Mountain Dew Mouth. JD Vance was talking about it.
Oh
He's not from West Virginia. I don't think he's from like Ohio and like no, maybe
yeah.
Kentucky or something.
no, no,
But
he's yeah, maybe Kentucky. I saw his movie.
it's that part of the country has a lot of dental health problems because of Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's expensive
I
to
think they also could be that they have a strong tie to their English roots.
Yeah, English people just have bad teeth, and I'm English, so like by blood, I guess. I
Yeah.
So,
don't know.
Jasmine, I was thinking you had a lot of stuff to talk about from your trip to Boston and
He's from Middletown, Ohio.
I do, but I can't talk about it all because there's just
Oh.
really so many things I shouldn't say. No, just kidding.
Okay.
It was fun. Somebody said I was looking for I had like a bingo card for Boston. I wanted to hear
Mhm.
somebody get really pissed off and yell at somebody else like
Did that happen?
fuck you or whatever. No, it didn't happen. I was very depressed. But I did hear wicked quaint. Somebody said it was wicked quaint. Like I overheard it while they were walking by. And that was
Oh, that's cool.
on my bingo card, wicked in some form like that. And then the cannoli was a high point.
Mhm.
Lauren and I had so much fun. We went to a cigar bar one night, which was crazy fun. And I didn't smoke anything, but she smoked cigarettes and she drank whiskey, and I just kind of took it all in. But the music was really good. I don't know. We just had a good time, but it was pretty chill. It wasn't all that crazy.
So,
Mm,
what's your
that sounds
favorite
surprising
Boston
that
food?
you guys got together and didn't like
What?
tear it up.
What'd you say? Something
Me
about
or
food?
Greg? Oh, what's your
Darren.
favorite Boston food?
The cannoli. I
Okay.
could have eaten that and nothing else for the. Well, actually, you know what? I had a prime rib that was so good, and I ate the whole thing, and the waiter was very impressed. But we ordered this drink, and it was okay. Oh shoot! It was something, and it had a caper, like caper brine in it, and the caper they bring caper like on a toothpick, and I have always known capers to be like little, kind of like little
Little
pearls.
pea.
Yeah, like a little salty, delicious pearl thing. The caper he brought was like bigger than an olive. It was like this big,
Wow.
and it when you bite into it, it was like super bitter, and then it had like a bunch of little baby capers in it. They like were just ready to fall out, and it was really gross.
Was the drink called a smoke show?
I don't remember, but it
Mm,
was controversial.
mhm.
Huh, I
So
don't know that.
yeah, so that was disturbing. I didn't realize that capers came in different variations like that. So
No, me either.
beware.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It was.
So I personally like to get clam chowder, seafood
Mhm.
chowder,
Mhm.
that kind
Yeah,
of
those are
thing
good.
when I'm there. I mean,
Blueberry
Yeah, I
pie.
tried. I tried to get a clam chowder, but everything's like I don't want to be that person that goes and it's like, "Can I get it without flour in it?" Or, you can't get anything
Oh,
gluten
that's
free.
true.
And I don't like to talk about it because it makes me sound so douchey. So I just go like, "Does that have flour in it?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay, great." And then I leave. So I couldn't find a
Mm.
place that didn't have I probably could have looked it up, but it was good. I had so much fun. I ate enough. It was fine.
What about the Boston baked beans? Did you have those?
No, I did have a real Irish breakfast though in an Irish pub.
Mhm.
The restaurants were so cool. Like it was everything I thought it would be. It was beautiful.
What is an Irish breakfast?
Okay, so it had like potatoes, like crispy potatoes, and then it had like beans on there, which were fine. They were kind of like sugary. And then it like eggs and like big fucking huge slices of bacon and then like little sausages. And then they had this other thing that I didn't want. It was blood. It was like black and white pudding is called or something like that. And it's basically like pig's blood and fat in a sausage.
Yeah, it's like a blood pudding, blood sausage.
Yeah, not my thing.
Mhm.
I decided
That's
not
not
to
my
eat
thing
that
either.
part.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like
Did
when
you have a
anything's called a pudding either. I don't think I like pudding at
Mhm.
all. So
Mhm.
Louisiana has
Mariana doesn't like
blood
pudding.
sausages and stuff like that. I'm out on that. It's real
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Head
they do
cheese.
for sure.
No, not.
What about scrod? Did you have a scrod?
I don't know what that is.
Young cod or haddock baked or
Oh,
grilled?
no, we did eat octopus though, so that was
Okay.
cool, and
Yeah.
oysters, and yeah, it's very
So
good.
the Boston cream pie is a cake filled with custard and topped with a chocolate glaze.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Not
I
really
didn't
a
have that.
pie at all. It's misnamed. It's a misnomer.
I think, yeah, misnomer, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, how do you know what a cannoli is? Like that, I'm not ever gonna stop talking about
I
it
always thought that
'cause
was an Italian deal.
it
It is
is.
Italian
Well, the
pastry
North
filled with
End is
sweet
like
ricotta,
all Italian
Okay.
stuff.
chocolate
So I
chip.
got to go to Paul Revere's house. It
Mm.
was
That's
crooked.
cool.
Paul Revere, was he
I
the
saw his
redcoat?
grave. Yeah,
His grave is so teeny tiny.
I know.
It's so weird. Like
I
you got
know.
John Hancock, and it's like the biggest grave you've ever seen.
That one
and then there's
grave-
little Paul Revere. It's like this big.
That one graveyard has so many names. It's
I
just,
know.
it's a book. It's your history book. It's so cool.
Sam Adams, and
Yeah.
the tour guide said he was the ugliest founding father, and we got her to
Oh,
tell
really?
us
That's
the
nice.
rank, the order of the founding fathers. Oh, when I was in, Boston,
by looks.
mhm,
Oh, that's
the
cool.
only important factor. So
that's all that matters. Thank you
so
for saying that. I
Lauren
agree.
and I went to high school, and we were both in drama theater, musical theater class with this young lad, and his name was Ryan Murphy. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. Whatever. His name was Ryan Murphy. And he was like this, he loved Jesus, and he was like, he had these like red cheeks, and he was like this kind of chubby little Charlie Brown kid. And anyways, fast forward to now, and Lauren was like, "Oh yeah, Ryan Murphy moved to town. I saw it on his Instagram, and I reached out, and he totally didn't respond." And we were like, "Oh, okay, whatever." We're walking through Boston Commons, which is like this beautiful garden
Mhm.
area, and we fucking run into him. He's like,
No way.
"Lauren? Jasmine?" He's like married, 2 kids. So I met everybody. I got to see everybody I know that lives in Boston.
So,
Wow,
that's
That
interesting.
is so random, and he
Isn't that crazy?
recognized you.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
did-
we look the same. He looks like he's aged terribly, but
I can relate.
So did he? So he's like, well, you guys haven't moved on from high school. You guys are still just in the same.
yeah. What are
spot
you?
as the-
You're still friends, you losers? No. I mean,
Oh,
we
that's a good
updated.
thing.
We updated him on our lives in like that 5-minute period before we went on our
Yeah.
little tour, but it was just so random, like that you could just run into somebody in that big. I mean, it's not a huge city. It's not like New York City, but it's a bigger city
big.
than I live in here. Or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did he?
So
Did he
Pretty
still have
big.
red cheeks?
he looked. He was very recognizable, but it was just, I thought the funniest part was that he clearly did not want to run into us. Like he probably, I'm pretty sure he hated me in high school. Like I was way too much. And Lauren and him were friends, but obviously he's moved on and, got his wife and kids and everything, and probably wants to leave that.
What'd she look like?
Lauren?
No, the
Oh,
wife.
I don't know. I didn't see her. She wasn't there. It was just him by himself.
Oh.
So he
Oh,
was just on a walk.
Did you? Oh, okay.
No, we didn't do anything. We got a picture.
Curious.
Okay. Was that the guy in the picture on the Facebook?
Yeah, when we
He was
left,
good
we were
looking. I thought he
we-
was good looking.
well, when we left, we were both like every like 5 or so minutes, we're on this tour and we're walking through like Paul Revere's grave, and Lauren would just be like, fucking Ryan Murphy. Like we just kept bringing it up all night. We just kept talking about it because it was so random and it like blew our minds. And then later we were like, what do we do with this picture? Like, who do we send this to? We don't talk to anybody else from high school. So we just started sending it to all these random people that we like still had on our Instagram. Nobody responded. Everybody was like, who the fuck are you? What's wrong with you? But
You should have sent it to that guy in the coveralls from that hit Lauren.
I did. I
Oh,
sent
that's
that.
funny.
Actually sent it like 2 days ago just because I was like,
That's
oh, I
funny.
could send it to him.
Yeah, it's funny.
Who? Coveralls.
She had a friend that kind of said.
Remember the one that
Yeah.
like I was telling
Then
you
he
guys
said, "I
about,
can't
and then he
talk to
sent
you."
me
My
a
wife
friend
said, "I can't
request.
talk to you."
Yeah.
Oh,
weirdo.
Yeah, that was stupid.
So the
But
guy looked
I
very
mean-
Boston to me. I thought it was maybe somebody from Boston. He looked.
Well, he
Boston.
lives there.
I mean, he
That's
lives there
about as
now.
Boston.
I guess he's got youth pastor vibes, 100%.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Got like the beanie that goes
Mhm.
like a little too high on the head, and then the glasses.
Yeah, yeah. So
Like
you guys
Where's
didn't make out
Waldo?
then.
What?
Kind of a Where's Waldo look.
Yeah,
I
guess.
don't remember the picture.
yeah. There's nothing to write home about it.
But
It's
you know
just-
what though? I think
I have a
that's
photographic memory.
When I
Yeah, I
when I
bet.
say the universe is talking to me,
Mhm.
running into Brian Murphy is the universe talking to you.
Yeah, no,
think.
we said that. Yeah, so it's Ryan, Ryan. No. But he that's what I said to Lauren. I said, I feel like God just told me this is exactly where I should have been today. Like, because that is so random. Like, that doesn't happen. You don't just like run into people from high school that you
From
I literally know 2
California.
people who live in Boston, and I saw them both. Like, just so
Gosh.
randomly.
Shout out to Ryan. Ryan, I thought you were good looking and
Hey,
aged well.
Ryan. Yeah, Ryan Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so crazy.
Yeah, that's cool. So, how it looks like you and Lauren were having fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. What was the like your
I know
get
where
back
he's
to
going
it
with
kind of
this.
thing?
What?
Like as old friends, you kind
So
of
obvious.
reunited. What was your favorite reuniting moment there?
It's just fun because when you see friends from high school, I guess you guys kind of have this probably feeling with each other, and that's why you guys like each other so much. But it's like you just turn into like you turn back into like a kid. You turn back into like a
Yeah,
teenager. That's
like an
how it
idiot.
felt. Like
Yeah. Mhm.
we every time we go out, we just be like kind of like just you know, kind of like making fun of people or like
Yeah, we
laughing
do
about
that.
everything. There was this
We do
one
that.
okay, so in Boston Commons, they clearly feed the squirrels professionally because those things are fucking fat, like big ass squirrels, fat, and they come right up to you. And there was a guy we were commenting on it because neither of us have ever really seen that.
Did you name them
And
Jardiance?
what? What'd you say?
Did you name it Jardiance?
I don't know what that means.
My kids saw a big
It's a
squirrel at the park
medicine for
and
big
they
people.
said, yeah, they said to lose weight. And so
Oh,
my kids were naming all the big squirrels
It's
Jardiance one.
oh,
Jardiance.
your
that's
kids are like
Sorry,
ridiculous.
high
sorry,
humor. I didn't even get it.
sorry,
No,
sorry. Go
it's
ahead,
okay.
go ahead.
So the squirrels are huge, and we have a ton of squirrels where we're at here, but they're like little flimsy squirrels, and they never come up to you. They run away from you. So I was just like amazed that these squirrels would come right up to your feet, and I was like, okay, if I had like a peanut M&M, this thing would chase me around. So thankfully, I wasn't holding anything. But then there was this guy on this bench, and we were kind of just commenting on it while we were walking. And this guy is sitting on this bench, and he's on his phone, and he like a squirrel's like right here, and he's like fuck it, like on his phone, just trying to talk to his friend or whatever. And then a squirrel like comes up right underneath his leg, and he's like kicking his leg, and he just keeps going like, "What the fuck are all these squirrels doing?" He was freaking out, and we were just cracking up. But we just stood and watched this guy struggle with the squirrels on his phone, and just things that I would normally be like blinders on, or people that I would normally interact with very normally. We would have like the most ridiculous, fun interactions with. So
That sounds like my kind of time. I love that.
yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah,
It's just obviously drinking does that too, but
yeah.
I wasn't drinking during the day when we were walking around. But it's just like your friend. You can go right back to being, you can just tell them and be totally silly and they'll love you for it. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wish
that's
I had
cool.
somebody like that.
yeah, I wish you did too. It
Yeah,
sucks
I'm
that you don't
sorry.
know anyone from that long
Yeah.
ago. So
Yeah, or that's close to you at least.
mhm.
You know
It's
what we should
nice.
do?
What should you do?
We should put together a class reunion. Is what we should do.
Okay, well, we can do that, but we need to make sure we do it like you said. We figure out a good place
Yeah,
and own it. We would have
I
to own it.
own it. Own the place.
No, own the activity of putting it
Excursion?
together. Because if somebody else owned the idea or the activity of putting it together, it wouldn't end up what you have in your mind. That's what I'm saying.
I don't have
You need
anything
to
in my mind.
What are you
Yeah, you
thinking of for
do.
your class reunion? What would you
No,
like to
no, he
do?
has an idea. He doesn't wanna do the whole thing we've always done. You told us the other day, you wanna
Where
go
you go
to
to like a thing and
yeah.
you like drink and have dinner maybe and like
A normal thing. Yeah, I'd
it's like
like
a
that.
prom or
But
something kind of.
we call it we could call it the Gin Lab excursion. But
Oh, us
Oh,
have a
you're talking about
class
for
reunion?
us.
Oh,
no,
I'm talking about
Oh.
oh,
I'm
okay,
talking about
okay.
Blooming Grove, but
Okay.
I'm gonna brand it as Gin Lab because I think the only people that watch us are from Blooming Grove and Minden. You know
Mhm.
what? Maybe we fuse Minden and Blooming Grove together under one of the water towers.
I
That's what I
think
think we should.
I
Yeah,
think when you
lights under
bring
the
2 worlds together, worlds collide, it's hard.
I'm
I don't
kidding.
like
I
anyone
know
I
you were.
know
I know you
knowing
were.
each other. I don't want any of that.
Yeah.
You
I've
don't want
decided.
you don't want what?
I don't like when people I know each other. I don't like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Give me an
I get
example.
that. When your work
Like when
you bring
you
your
have
work
a
to
friend.
church.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay. Or when you have like a friend and you introduce them to like your cousin and like they become friends. Like no.
Mhm,
Fuck
mhm,
that.
Mhm.
Stop playing it out without me.
Yeah,
Well, you
worlds
know
can't
Greg
collide.
now.
Huh?
Greg was my friend. Greg was my friend, and I introduced you to him. I'm trying to point to the right box.
Yeah, I think that,
And now you guys
Yeah.
are friends.
Oh, are we?
but we don't connect outside of the three of us.
No,
Exactly. I don't have like a text thread with Greg.
No.
Just me and Greg
it wouldn't hurt my
chatting.
feelings if you did.
Yeah,
I'd be
but
okay with
I
it.
I have enough respect for you to know that like it goes like
Likewise.
this way for
Likewise.
me. Yeah.
Likewise, for sure. Likewise.
Yeah, but I've had too many people in my life that I'm like, you know what? These people will love each other. I'm going to make them be friends. I'm going to bring them around. And then they like each other more than they like me. And I'm like, fuck you guys. And then I get ousted. Anytime there's a group of 3, I'm on the outs. It's
Yeah.
true.
I can't even
Yeah.
picture that situation.
Oh, well,
Collision of
because you're
worlds
like
is
my
not
likable.
good. Collision of
Huh?
worlds is not good.
I can't
No.
picture it in my world. Like introducing Ashley to the robot girl guy, and then they become better friends.
Well, that's
You
not a
know
good
what I mean?
example.
I don't know. I can't
Wait.
picture it. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah.
think of attractive people though. People, not I'm talking about attractive like as in pretty. I'm talking about attractive as in personality. If you had 2 attractive personality people, I get it.
I don't
But
know.
but even if they don't end up being friends, sometimes
What
the collision
okay.
sometimes the collision is
Picture this.
tough though.
Picture
It's
this.
boring sometimes.
Introduced me to Greg and we started a company and we didn't bring you in on it or
No,
something.
not only that, we started a podcast.
Yeah,
and
we
we
started a
did it- we did
podcast
it-
and we're like,
we
no,
did it on
Darren's
our
not part of
own.
this. It's just us.
And now we just dropped Darren out of it.
You know what? I would look forward to every Wednesday at 5
No.
a.m.
No, you would
No.
not.
That
You'd be
wouldn't
so
bother
pissed
me
off.
at
Every
all.
Wednesday, you'd be so pissed off.
You'd be
Really?
like,
Yeah.
should have
Yeah,
been
if you
in
guys
that
were
podcast.
cashing in, I might be pissed off, but
Yeah, when are we going to start making money off this stuff? I feel like we've
our
reversed
numbers are going down.
course. Yeah, that's okay. That's when it's the what is it? The calm before the
The
storm.
calm before the storm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This
Well-
kind of conversation is really what's going to do it. This really fun, great, exuberant kind of
Well,
conversation.
well, I'll tell you this. Like tonight,
blowjobs.
we didn't know if we were going to make it on tonight, and I'm in a weird mood for whatever reason.
Yeah, me too.
But I realized today I've been thinking it was Tuesday all day, and then I was like, oh,
Tuesday.
we've got a show
Wednesday.
tonight, and then I was like, oh, we got a show, and then I thought, you know what? Seeing Greg and Jasmine will cheer me up. I'll be in a
Oh, that's
I-
nice.
I'm excited to see them. So
That is nice. No, I know.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
last night it was my bad. I had to
It was
go buy
fine.
clothing for my children.
Wasn't a
And
big
you're
deal.
like, all right, are we ready? And I'm like at the Gap, like he's trying things on. He's got like 6 other things I'm like, I will not be.
no, it's
Where
fine. I
everything
like
out
this
here
coat.
is so far away from everything else.
That's
Like,
an unreasonable excuse.
every drive is, fire me.
I
Please,
dare you.
God, fire me. I'm always begging to be fired.
Mhm.
Ashley quit.
Yay!
She did?
Yes. Friday's her last day. Congratulations.
She really hung in
Wow.
there.
She
Very
did
proud.
hang in there. That's
And
really
you know
good.
what? I'm glad you brought that up. And I was going to text the hot dog group, the RP or the you know what I mean group.
Yeah,
When I
let's leave that
left,
big.
the main reason I left, the main thing that I was told was he slammed his hand down and said you have to have at least 10 doors a month. And I was sitting on one, and the next month was February. And there's no way.
Yeah.
That's why I left. That's the main reason I left.
Yeah.
And then I told the manager, who we both know and love, why I was leaving. And I told her that. So she goes back to the general manager. And you know what the general manager said? She was
She
in
said,
the room.
I didn't
He
say
didn't-
that.
He didn't say that. He's just
Hmm.
passionate. He didn't say that. And
Yeah.
guess what? Guess what? Ashley's being told right now. If you don't get 10, you're going to get fired.
Yeah.
So I sure as hell didn't
No,
dream it
no,
up.
of course you didn't. But they're gaslighters. So,
But
yeah,
why deny something you said? And obviously, it's in your core. You want at least 10 from everybody each month.
and that's
Why
such an
deny it?
arbitrary number that they like made up. But I'm just wondering, like, why? None of it makes sense. That was a made up number. Why does it have to be that? And why are they not holding the people who are losing all of the houses accountable. That's crazy.
That's a whole nother thing there. I mean,
But
the salesmen aren't losing them. Why isn't that ever looked at? But that's a whole different thing. But
I don't know.
real estate, you're going to do good in the summer, and with election holidays, it's going to slow down.
You know what
Anyone
makes
with a
things
half a
really
brain.
hard at a company is when you have to fire, hire, and train new people. That fucking
yeah.
sucks,
Good luck.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
good luck.
terrible.
Good luck.
Kills you.
Good luck. Yeah, well, whatever.
Or learn a new skill or anything. I mean, everything takes time, but I digress. Okay, so what else we got?
I was told it would take me a year to give in to the job I have now. To just give into it.
I've heard that it takes about a year to 2 years for someone to be very effective in their job. And I agree with that. I think you could probably be like okay at first, but if you're too good too fast, you're probably going to be bored and you're probably going to leave your job, honestly.
Yeah.
So what else we got,
I
Greg?
agree.
He had a lot
Well,
of good ideas.
We have Jasmine made me think of something this week. I sent a message about 1980s kids, and she snapped back really quickly about how the kids would adapt. And I thought, okay, well, what's next for Gen
I don't
Alpha?
remember this. What are you talking about?
I
I said
remember.
this?
Okay, well, it was I mean, I could go back to the text, but
Do that.
I s-
Pull up
yeah,
the sheets and I
okay.
want to see what I want to know what I
Okay,
said here.
So I sent a
Shut your
text.
whore mouth. Is what you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. I sent a text.
Don't read our secret thread without Darren in it. Just
Oh,
the-
okay. Sorry.
I wish you guys did. You guys
No,
are
you don't.
yes, I do. You're reading me way different.
What is that? Sometimes I'd like to drop my kids off in it. Oh, that's right. Okay. Now, yes. Okay. See, this is it. That's the brain that I have, because when I was in Boston, we were looking at videos that she had taken all these videos and put them on YouTube. So we were watching these channels from drama from high school. And if you had asked me, name 5 people from that time, I would have had to die. Like if it was like a life or death situation, I couldn't do it. But then I saw their faces and I'd be like, that's Diane, blah, blah. That's Michelle, blah, blah. Like I knew exactly who it was.
Okay.
So
So
that's,
what was
I
your
just need to
what was your
see it.
text? Yeah. So you wrote.
You said something like they wouldn't last very long or my kids would be screwed or
That's
something
what
like
the
that.
thing said. That's what the thing. I was just sharing the meme.
And then
you
I
act like
said, they'd
you
probably
act like
adapt.
it's me saying it, like the other one when I sent with a cat. You act
Well,
like it was
if
me
you
saying
sent
it.
Greg,
it-
if you send it,
You're saying it.
You are the representative of that. So I
Okay, we'll
gotta
play
back
that game.
up.
I'll just start sending things and be like, I didn't say it, Greg. I didn't make that meme. That was somebody else.
Well,
I just happened to send it to you. It
Yeah,
means nothing.
I found it funny, not because it was something I'm like
Your
saying.
kids would adapt. Your kids would adapt very quickly.
Okay, you wrote they'd adapt. That's right. And then you wrote they would actually do great. Would probably invent the iPhone.
Well, that's
So-
true, because now they know that it's possible. And once you know something's possible, suddenly you're running a 2-hour marathon or whatever they do now. So-
Yeah. So exactly. So I thought that it might be interesting. Yeah, I get it. I thought it might be interesting that to talk about maybe what Gen Alpha is going to invent.
Oh,
What do
well,
you think? Yes.
no, better question is, if you could go back to when you were a kid and invent one thing from this time, what would you
Oh.
invent?
Okay.
Time machine.
Okay.
There's
We-
no
we don't
time
have
machine
that.
in existence.
We don't have that.
Clearly, you already have a time machine because you went back. So, what would you invent? You get one
Oh my
thing.
gosh. One thing.
You know what goes through my
Ooh.
mind on this kind of thing? Back to the Future,
Mhm.
Chip or Biff or whatever his
Yeah.
name is. He goes back and he steals the gambling booklet.
That was exactly what I was just thinking about. I was like, that's kind of a cool idea.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with that idea in that movie, I think about that all the time. You just
So
need
good.
a little information. You don't need much. You just need
Mhm.
a little information on one.
Or if you
particular-
just know what, I mean, you don't even need that if you know what the stock market's going to do. Like if you know Walmart's coming, you're like,
Same
oh
difference.
shit, Walmart. Yeah.
Same difference,
Mhm.
or the
Mhm.
chip that is in AI or
Mhm.
Bitcoin or whatever. I mean,
Mhm.
you could kill with Bitcoin because it was a penny at one point.
I told Matt to buy Bitcoin the day of the election. We would have made like $20,000 at this point.
We have a Bitcoin
Yeah, I suck at
You have a whole
that.
Bitcoin?
portion.
Yeah, I didn't know you could buy portions.
No,
I don't
you
know
can.
anything about it.
Yeah,
I just
can.
tell
You do.
Matt what
You
he
can.
should do, and then he doesn't do it, and then I go, "Why didn't you do that? Now it's worth."
You can. My
So
son
we
farms
have
some
we have a
farms some
Ethereum,
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. I don't know.
What about
Stuff.
Dogecoin?
No, we don't
That's
Doge.
the one. That's the one that's supposed to be a goodie.
I
Isn't
bet
that
on
what
Elon
We
Musk.
bought
Trump is
bought
going to
one that
pay
was
the debt off with or something?
oh
Doge?
cool.
That's what I've
We
heard.
I don't know about that. We did buy a Bitcoin. When back in 2019 or whatever, when Bitcoin was all the rage, we bought one that was. I thought it was a great idea because you know marijuana is legal in states, but it's federally illegal. So it's a cash. They can't put their money in the bank, or the feds will take
Please.
the money from the bank. So we bought a Bitcoin that was specifically for buying and selling weed, but it hasn't done
What
well.
are you a drug dealer? What's happening? Why did you do
No,
that?
but I thought it was
You just
well,
thought it
looking
would
at
be good because people are going to use it.
yeah. hmm
Hmm.
hmm
Maybe you're like a Back to the Future savant.
It hasn't worked out yet.
You haven't told me what you would invent, though.
I know. I'm thinking about it. That's a really hard.
That's a good question.
I mean, something that I guess it's something that I would. Did I don't know. It's something that
Okay.
yeah.
That's a
What
good.
about you?
So we've been having. This is total caveat. I'm sorry. My
Yeah.
brain. It's late. But we've been having like dinner time conversations. Have I told you guys this? And like we did like the
No.
most useless superpower or whatever. My son
No.
was like being able to stay perfectly still. Or something like that. Okay, so we had one that it was like a superpower caveat. So if you had like a superpower, but it had like a really unfortunate caveat, and Kylie was like, or no, Matt said like you could fly, but you have to be completely naked. Which I thought was great. But then Kylie said one better. She goes, "You can fly, but you can only fly as fast as you can walk."
Oh my gosh.
And naked.
Yeah, no, you don't have to be naked, but you can
Oh,
only fly as fast. It was like totally useless superpower. But
Right.
anyways,
Yeah, it's totally
that's
useless.
what that question reminded
That's
me of
funny.
is our dinner time talks lately. We've been
Although that would be nice if you came up to the Grand Canyon and we were traveling across from the east to the west back in the day, and you could fly.
Oh yeah,
over,
you could
wouldn't
just
have
like
to go
walk over
around.
it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
mhm.
So
that
that's
might be
one
chance.
good time that would really work.
Quite a good time. I think
Ian,
I would invent the personal computer, like
oh, yeah.
not because they had the computer back then, but they had these. They weren't very the one that we have today, like the style that we have today. I think
Okay.
that's probably what
Laptop.
changes my
you would
world the most.
so you would invent the laptop. You'd
Yeah.
go back and you'd be like, okay, I know I can, recreate. What about you, Darren?
You know, so we're picking something that got invented.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, I think the music's changed the most.
Mm.
What, records to tapes to CDs
Mhm.
to iPods to now just streaming, that kind of thing. I would want to be involved in how music is streamed now versus how
Mhm.
it was listened to.
Yeah.
I think it's sad and cool what
Yeah.
has happened to music.
I think I'd invent the skip it because that meant a lot to
What?
me when I was a kid.
The thing
skip
that's
it.
around 1 foot and you twirl it.
I can't tell you the hold that the skip it that commercial had on me as a kid. I wanted to skip it so freaking bad, and I was like begging my parents for a skip it. Oh my gosh, I was like skip and if you'd go to your friend's house and they had a freaking skip it, I would be on that thing for like 30 minutes in a row. I don't know
Wearing it out.
why. I love that. Skip it. It has like the little track on it, so it like wheels around you. Do you remember like a Christmas morning where you would get a damn skip it? You put it
I
on
never
your
heard of
leg,
skip it.
and you would be like, yeah, and it would count it. It had like one of those little tick counters. You know what I'm talking about? That had like the little black things with the numbers, and it would like count how many you could get. You could reset it.
I never heard
Get
of a
your
skip
goal.
it.
Like
The skip it went around your ankle.
I had a
and
pink.
I never
skip
heard
it.
of it. I know what the concept is based on the
and
explanation.
it had
but
not a string, but it was long, and then
This
there
is
was
what we
a
used
ball.
to play with
I
when
never
we
heard of
didn't
it.
have. Yeah.
Must be a California thing.
Oh, shush. No.
I remember
Okay.
the ball thing you bounced around on. I forget what it was called.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
the
had a
hippity
red
hop?
loop on
Hippity
it.
Yeah,
hop,
yeah,
hippity
yeah,
hop.
yeah.
Hippity
Or
hop. You're
the
gonna invent
razor
the skip
scooter,
it?
or the bop it, or the Furby. I mean, I feel like there's so
Yeah.
many things that I could go back and just be like, okay.
Yeah,
And I
but
wouldn't
what?
have
Just
to
taking
have.
enjoyment from it. I like that.
Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't even know how to invent a computer. I'd be like, look, I have a concept. Is that
Why
for
did
me?
your stocking show up here? I'm not
That's
sure what's up with
great.
this. Why do I have a J stocking?
I don't know. What are you gonna fill that with? But I just feel like
Cookie dough.
I would go back. I feel like I could reverse engineer skip it. I could reverse engineer bop it. I could reverse
So
engineer
ridiculous.
some sort of
If you had a
toy or
personal computer,
game.
you could probably have those already built in there.
I don't think I could do that. I don't think I would know how to do like an iPhone. I could say like it basically. Have you seen that Nate Bargatze? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Where he's like,
he's
Yeah.
coming
he's
to the
like,
amp.
oh my gosh, go see him. He's so funny. But like he said something about the iPhone where he's like, I don't even know if I could tell them how to do it or whatever. Like it's way funnier when he says it. But
Yeah, you could.
Nate
Mm.
Bargatze is awesome. And when he does the whole founding father thing on
Yeah, he's good.
Saturday Night Live, and they're like
I didn't see
laying
it.
out the oh my
I'll watch it.
gosh.
I'll watch it later. Don't tell me.
It's the
Yeah, don't
best.
say
He's
anything.
I
like
like
George
him.
Washington,
I'll watch it too.
and he's lining out how he's gonna do it, lay out the country. It's a riot. It's awesome.
He's very
I'm gonna have to
funny.
write that-
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to write that down.
Oh yeah, let me write that down in my show notes here. Nate, don't know how to spell the last name.
Founding
Something
fathers.
like that. Founding fathers.
Saturday
Okay,
Night Live.
Washington. George
That's in it.
Washington.
Yep.
Riot.
Okay. Well,
SNL.
so yeah, I think that it's hard to think about what you would. I mean, clearly the skip it would never have come to my mind. Not something I probably use ever.
I'm sure the owner of Skip It made millions of dollars, and then I could go
I'm not
invest that into
saying-
something else. I mean, I don't have to. You know what? Here's
I'm
the
not-
thing: if you
I'm not
invent the
saying-
Skip It, no, listen. You invent the
Shut your
Skip It, you
mouth.
get to keep your own money. You get to keep your own money because nobody's like trying to take that idea from you. They're all probably laughing at you.
I
Like,
get it.
yeah,
I
kids aren't
wasn't-
gonna want the Skip
I
It.
wasn't
What
trying
the
to
fuck
make
are you
money
talking
off
about?
of it.
Plus, you could literally just like make that. I bet you could make that if you're engineering enough.
Yeah.
But when you think of the iPhone or the personal computer, Greg, people are going to take that idea and they're going to cut you out.
Yeah, I don't care. I was thinking about what I use most of the technology or
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever. But I'm
inventions.
telling you, they're
I
going to
have a
cut you
better
out of
idea.
it. You're out.
I don't
wanna
need the
change my
money.
mind.
I don't want the money.
I want
Yeah.
to change my
Mhm.
thing.
You want to
I'm gonna-
invent a
I-
shut your whore mouth button?
That would be good.
I would want to invent the Monopoly, the board game Monopoly.
But that was already
Oh.
invented when you were a kid, right? Like that was already
Oh.
around for years.
I'm a lot older than you think I am.
Well, let me see what year Monopoly came out. Hang on.
Right.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't think you're that old.
But it's
You're
real
like, I would like to have invented the mirror or the hairbrush.
I didn't know what you said.
Oh,
If it
no.
was, I mean, I was talking about going to the 50s and getting the booklet, like on. Back to the
Yeah, I mean
Future.
that would make you so much money. Although is sports betting allowed in Arkansas? I don't know if that's a thing.
There's
Came out in
only
19 It came out in 1935.
No,
I look great for my age.
you do.
Yeah,
you do.
You do. You really do.
Let me get my
Yeah.
app going.
Yeah. For sure. So, I think the next big wave of what they're talking about, the original question, I think, it's going to be the interactive type AI experiences without having
Yeah.
to do it. I think that's their next big thing, man.
Yeah, and
Talking
then
to
people are going to be like,
animals.
I really just do like to actually do the thing because it just feels more real.
Oh,
Because they're gonna be
see,
like,
I
that's
agree.
that's stupid.
I agree. And that's going to be a big thing. I think there's going to be a big transition back to reality because we're going to go so far away from reality. I
Right.
believe.
Yeah.
that
And
there's
then
gonna be a
I'm
big
there for the
transition back to reality.
for the pioneer days where they go back so far that they're like,
They're going to
you
be skip
can
it. Let's
make
buy a
your
skip it.
own bread and grind your own wheat and, you know.
Make your own skip it.
So
Mhm.
today there's a radio show I listen to out of Dallas, and once a year they have what they call White Elephant Day. So they take all the hosts that typically do their own show and they mix them up. The
Oh, that's cool. I like
P1s
that.
vote,
Oh,
and
so
so
they
the
have to do
morning
with different
guys
shows or
they
whatever?
have right. So that was going on today. And one of the things, and it's all they joke around. They don't do anything serious on White Elephant. So the afternoon show was talking about, or maybe the midday. They were saying, what is your favorite thing to do? Right? If you had to stop and think. So the older guys, every one of the older guys was like, I like going outside in the morning and drinking my coffee, or I like to ride my bike outside.
Greg's
Or
like, blowjob.
I like to sit on my porch and watch the squirrels. I like to play golf. The younger
Uh-huh.
guys are like, well, after the kids go to bed, I like to go
Video games.
in my office, and
Yeah.
I might have a video game going, or I might stream something that I want to. So there is a lot of that. But these guys are probably millennials, the younger ones.
Mhm.
I don't know how old they were, but
I
the
don't know
guys
though, because
my age-
boomers and like Gen X and they all like for Christmas, they were all just sitting there scrolling their phones and like, did you see this? Like they're just all day for
they're
me.
you-
Like when
they're amazed at the technology.
yeah, but I'm just saying that like I don't think that like I love to go outside and do all that too, but then there are times where I get like drawn into my phones and
Yeah.
or my phone and my screen. So
But they're built to do that. One of them
Mhm.
said, I was on TikTok or whatever, and it was like they looked up. He'd been watching it for 18 minutes. He said,
Yeah.
you just get
Oh.
drawn in.
Oh, totally. Yeah, you get drawn, sucked in, time compresses, and all of a sudden it's like 9 at night. You're like,
I
"Where
don't
the
have it. I don't.
where
I
the-
don't
And then
do that.
you've been on the toilet for 45 minutes.
Yeah, and you
And then
just
you got
have hemorrhoids. Yeah, exactly. It's just like
That's
a really
right.
bad situation. Yeah, hemorrhoids since TikTok, hemorrhoids have gone up
Yeah, way
250%.
up, way up.
You
Reels
know
and
what? I'd
Instagram.
invent preparation H.
I don't think that's a good idea to take your phone in the bathroom. Like all I know is that it seems kind of dirty, but also I feel like if you're gonna drop your phone in anything, it's gonna be the toilet. So
Yeah,
I'm a
you're
little
asking
bit
for it.
more careful about that. So.
And here's
Yeah.
the thing. It's in your back pocket. You start slipping those pants off,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
the
yeah,
back
it falls
pocket's
right in there.
smaller, and
Yeah.
it's in there before you
Oh
know it.
yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only girls would have that fall in their back pocket because guys don't put their phone in their back pocket.
Well, if you put your phone in your front pocket, you're gonna have prostate cancer.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think you get prostate cancer no matter what if you live long enough.
Oh, you just like it's an
If
inevitability.
a guy
of
lives
life.
long enough, he will die of prostate cancer. That's what I'm
Speaking of which,
Huh.
is that the doo-doo in the box thing? Is that what you're checking for?
No, that's colon cancer.
Colon cancer. Oh, okay.
Doo-doo in the box. Oh. Yeah, I've heard of people
So-
having to do that and keep it in like their home freezer or whatever. It's like
No, you have to take it in immediately, right? And so the thing about it is when you take it in, it's on the box. It's so embarrassing. I walk in there.
oh,
to
they're
the
not
UPS
discreet
place.
at all.
Just get
No,
a
you walk into the
colonoscopy.
UPS. You walk into the UPS
Just get a
place.
colonoscopy.
No.
Just go
That's
get
way
a
more
colonoscopy.
invasive though, right?
Yeah,
like
way
they go
more
right up your
invasive.
butthole.
No, but
Way more invasive. I'd rather just poop in a box. I'd rather poop in a box. I pooped in a box.
Greg would rather poop in a very
You're
not-
in my
Indiscreet.
age.
indiscreet box.
You're 20 years late. You need to have a colonoscopy. Period.
I
In the
pooped in a
story. Go
box.
today. Go tonight. Right now.
Just do they do that at the ER? Just walk in and say, I really need a colonoscopy. It's been years.
Ever. It's never been.
It's never
I
happened.
get it. I was against it, and then my mom got colon cancer.
And I really don't
And
want
it's
to poop in a
like,
box. And
I-
Have you
I'm
pooped in a
going.
box? Have you pooped in a box?
me?
No. Darren.
Oh, I'm like, no, I've never
I
had to poop in a
have.
box.
I have. Because I
Okay.
didn't want to do the
What-
other.
What was your outcome?
That's fine. Everything's fine. But
that's
you
what
know
they said.
what? Well, the box doesn't do what the colonoscopy.
Is it a real
no.
box?
It is a
Yeah.
box. But
It's like a
here's the thing.
cardboard box?
Yeah, but it has
questions
stuff
about its
inside.
durability.
Yeah.
And-
So here's the thing though. It has there's a lot of false positives, but the false negatives are very low. So it could be that you get a false positive, but it's very unlikely that you get a false negative.
But
on
with a
that test.
colonoscopy, you've got these polyps that they clip off and check. You got polyps,
Mhm.
dude. You're 55. Go
I'm-
get
I'm-
do you
I'm
want to
good.
live?
Do you want to
No.
see who has the most polyps?
I think I know actually. It's not me. It's not me. But I know them. Lots of polyps.
Who's that?
It's
Okay.
it's not
Is
him,
that something people
person.
talk about?
What?
Is
Oh,
that
I
something
think I know who
people
you're
talk
talking about.
about?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hey, so I have a trivia game. You guys want to play a trivia game, or you want to keep chatting
Yeah,
about stuff?
yeah. Let's stop talking about polyps and pooping in boxes for now. Let's table
Greg
that.
brought that up.
It's too good a topic. We should really stretch it out over multiple.
I think that's what we'll call this episode. Pooping in a box.
Yeah, pooping in a box. How many polyps do you have? And skip it inventions.
Yeah. And
Inventing
shut
the
your
skip
whore
it.
mouth.
I haven't said it once, so
No,
say
but
for you.
I saw the look on your face a
You
few times.
invented
So.
it.
I can say it with just a look. I thought you weren't
Yes.
good at reading looks. That's why I'm so expressive, trying to overdo it.
I'm good at recognizing them after I've seen them sometimes.
Mm,
Okay, so this is a generational trivia challenge.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll ask the question, and you guys have to give the answer, and the winner gets a point.
Okay.
Okay, this is a boomer question, but it goes to both of you, or Gen X question. Sorry, Gen X question. What was the
What do you think?
first? What year was the first episode of the Brady Bunch aired?
Six.
Year?
Oh,
Year.
68.
Whoa.
That's such a guess. I don't think it's 60s. I think it's 70s.
70s, yeah, probably. I thought maybe
You
late
said
60s.
68. I'm
early
going to
70s.
say 76 is what I'd say.
That
Okay,
seems too
it's
late.
69. Jasmine gets 1 point for being the
Jeez,
closest.
that was so close.
Close, very close. If you'd have been far away, it'd been no points. But it was
I
so close.
freaking love the Brady Bunch.
That's amazing. I
Eater.
used to watch
Did
that
you
show.
ever
when
go
I was
by the
young.
Eater.
The
What?
actual house. Did you ever see the actual house?
No.
There's an actual house.
Where?
I think it's in Pasadena, actually.
Why would
I'm
I
not-
have gone
it's
and
somewhere in
seen that?
I don't know. You love it so much.
I mean,
People
I
go-
loved it because it was the thing that was on at night and it had
Yeah,
cute
yeah.
Peter.
I mean, I know people that like Breaking Bad so much they went and drove by the house where Walter White threw the pizza on the roof.
Mm.
That's an actual house in Arizona.
No, I know. And are you sure it's Arizona, not New Mexico? I hate New
Same
Mexico.
difference.
I hate that whole
Uh,
part of the country. It's basically Breaking Bad is basically what it is. So
The Brady Bunch house is at 11222 Dillon Street in Studio City, California.
okay.
Okay.
There you go.
That's
Okay,
not where
next-
they filmed it, but yeah.
No,
That house
the
doesn't make
inside, the
sense. Like
outside.
the inside didn't make sense with the picture of the outside. It always bothered me. Like that's where that. No, that can't happen because he has his office there. Like I always, you know.
Well, in 2018, HGTV purchased the property and renovated it to replicate the show's interior as part of the series of very bad renovation.
Oh, see that would
Cool.
I would love to do that job.
You should
I-
watch that.
I would be so fucking accurate. I'd be like, that beam go. I would be so good for that. That's what I
Yeah.
want to do.
You know what? And speaking of HGTV, I stumbled across a show last night. I don't watch HGTV, but there's something called Windy City Rehab
Mm.
that I came across. Oh my God, that's the most gorgeous girl on that
Oh.
show.
Hold
Oh,
on.
okay.
Wowzer. She
wanna find her.
is sexy.
Windy
Her
City.
name, I looked her up.
You're
I
like
follow her.
you don't care about the house. You can't remember a single house
No.
that she did, but
I don't give a damn. This girl knocked my socks off. My gosh.
really that girl?
Let me see. Well, you should.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, she's super cute.
No, she's gorgeous.
This one?
That's her.
Yeah, I saw a bad picture of her at first. She's
Hey,
got
show
a
it
little
again. I
bit-
didn't see it. I didn't
She's
see
got a
it.
little bit
There
of
are
a
no bad pictures.
she's got a little bit of a like a New Jersey vibe to me.
Whatever,
me
man.
see. Oh, I
Send
didn't
me
see
to
it.
New Jersey.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She's got a little bit of that like Jersey
Should have saw her in her yoga pants.
kind of thing. No, she's
Yeah.
super cute.
So there's a sign
So
at
you
the
like, she's a little older than I
She's
would have
sexy.
expected.
there's a sign
She's
at the
not older than
local.
me. There's no way.
No,
She's like kind
no.
of looks Greek, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
really
she
know.
got a little
Yeah,
Greek
she-
touch to her. I think you're right about that.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
she's a
she's a-
Chicago native.
Look at that. Look at that. Ooh.
Hey, she I mean at the local insurance place has a sign up, one of those signs you can change the letters on, the words on, and it says, I can't think what that's called. But anyway, it says finally it's stretchy pants season. I took a picture of it
Um,
and sent to you the other day, Darren, but I don't know if I ever sent it.
Well, I noticed that one of
I know you like stretchy
so
pants.
I went to pick up Tyler from school today, and one of his teachers was wearing. Matt was like, "Oh, she's wearing skinny jeans," and he, because now I do like style stuff. He's like, "That's out of style, right?" And I was like, "Those are jeggings." And he was like, "The disdain in your voice." Like I didn't even realize I was passing judgment, but like, yeah.
Mhm.
So is jeggings
it.
bad?
I mean, you wear what you want to wear, but I would never be caught dead in jeggings.
What's her
Jeggings are a
name?
no for me.
But
Mrs.
she's
I
an
don't know.
elementary school teacher in BFE, Western Virginia, wherever you live now. I mean,
Excuse me, North Carolina. I don't know. She's a nice teacher. I like her a lot. So but I'm just saying, like, I
She
didn't
good
realize I was passing judgment, but I guess I was. So
she good looking.
maybe to you, I don't really think so. She's got
She looked like the girl from.
no, she's a little bit more like she's got like a paler and like a lighter coloration, but she's cute. She's fine, but I feel real cringe for her every day because there's this one teacher that or one of the guys that does the crossing guard thing. He always is like getting a little too close to her and she's like always backing up. And the other day she was like
Ooh.
in the like tree, basically trying to get away from this guy. So
Really?
I guess she is cute. She must be because people really
Interesting.
I don't think you have to be cute for guys to hit on
No.
you or call
Maybe.
or
No,
cat
you don't
call
have
you.
to. Can I? I've got a story about that. I worked at a pizza joint in Corsicana, Texas, back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been the 90s. I can't remember. 80s.
Mazzio's.
Mazzio's Pizza, yes. So this gal, the nastiest, most ragamuffin, scariest, roughest female you can picture, right? I
Wow.
mean, awful.
Let me look that up.
Hold on. Big pregnant. She walked in big pregnant.
Oh,
And I thought to myself, who in the hell would get her pregnant? And
Somebody.
guess who walked in the door with her? It was somebody from our class.
oh, Rob.
No.
Oh, from our class.
From our class. I think he was in our class. And
Ooh.
he may have been gone by the time you got there. But I was like, this guy's the scuzziest guy I know. Of course it's him. But it doesn't matter how ragamuffin girl you are. There's a dude out there wanting it.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
for
everybody look. And
Sure.
some people maybe don't look that great, but they have the best personality. So
Yes. Personality's the only thing got me going. I got nothing but personality.
yeah, right.
You
Okay.
disagree
What were we
with-
talking about? We
you
were talking about the Brady
disagree
Bunch.
with the
Oh, we were doing a
personality.
trivia. No, I told
Yeah.
you your personality was great.
What was so the next one is, what was the name of the handheld electric game that became a sensation in the 1980s, created by Nintendo?
Game Boy.
Dildoy.
Game Boy. What'd you call
What
it?
was
A
it?
dildoy?
Dildo.
Amongst children? What's
Yeah.
wrong with you? Now we're gonna get pulled forever.
The funny thing is,
Darren might go to jail after that one.
that whole thing about R&D, he never even caught on that it was that we were all
I did. I was just trying
okay.
to get through it.
okay.
I was
okay.
I was doing a commercial. What are you talking
Well,
about?
Roy never caught on. He said, "Oh, I didn't even realize it." But let's watch it again.
Joyce.
Okay.
Jazz
It was neither one of those, so no points. It was called Game and Watch. Game
heard of
and
it.
Watch. I had to look it up. I never heard of it either.
I don't think that's right.
That's what it
Nintendo
said.
Game Boy, the one that you would put Pokemon in and you would put
Yes.
Zelda.
In the
Yeah.
80s. In the 80s.
I mean,
That's
late
not
80s. Okay, fine,
Yeah,
whatever.
Game and Watch. Game and
No,
Watch.
I think that's.
Oh,
awesome.
hold
Okay.
on. Let me look that up. I'm gonna fact check here in real time.
Now,
Give
fact
me
check it
one
while you're doing that.
second.
What was the first social media platform to surpass 1 billion active users?
1 billion?
Yeah.
Billion?
1 billion.
I mean, maybe it would be. Well, I know the first one was kind of like MySpace, but
I
Facebook
was gonna
maybe.
say, do you think MySpace
I feel
was
like
that
Facebook
big?
probably was the one that got the most, but
Darren?
Oh man, I want to say MySpace, but I
what
can't
is
imagine.
this nonsense?
I can't
Never.
Yeah.
imagine a
That's
billion
it.
people being on there. I wasn't on it. I'll say MySpace just because.
Okay. Jasmine got 1 point. It's Facebook.
MySpace was like teenagers, and then everyone was using Facebook, and it was like, ah, shit, we got to use Facebook now. So.
Yeah, that really was the way it went. Hey, which app launched in 2016 became a massive hit with short form video content and is still widely popular?
TikTok.
YouTube.
One more for Jasmine. TikTok.
I
What iconic-
don't partake. I just
I'm just gonna
know
turn my
of it.
computer
I've
off
never
now.
watched a TikTok in my life. I don't know.
Darren, this one's for you. What iconic TV show featured the phrase "where everybody knows your name" in its theme
Cheers.
song? Okay.
Hey,
Darren?
did you go to that Cheers? And it looks nothing like the inside. By the way,
No, but I've been to.
Did you go to Cheers?
I
I've been to Tom's Diner in New York. That is actually Monk's Diner in the show Seinfeld. So
Oh.
and it's nothing
So-
like inside. Yeah,
it's not even possible.
yeah.
Speaking of which, if you ever go to New York, I recommend going to the hot dog stand that
Just one.
called.
There's a billion
Any?
of them.
No,
You
there's
gotta
one.
find
It's
it.
It's a hidden room. You have to go through a telephone booth. Have you guys, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
You can only make
Unfortunately,
a-
they demolished the telephone booth 10 years ago. So
Yeah, it's inside another building. So you go into this building. It's in a bar. You have to make a reservation. You can only make a reservation at 3:00.
to go to a hot dog stand,
Yeah.
how
But
good
it's-
is this hot dog?
Well, it cost me
Are you talking about a
$150
real
for a
hot
hot
dog?
dog stand. So you go into you make an appointment, you make a reservation at 3:00. You have to call at 3:00, and they only take, I don't know, 50 reservations for the night, right? And then you walk into this bar, and the phone rings in this booth, and you're the only one in there, and you go answer the phone, and then the door opens on the other side of the booth, and you go through, and then there's a hot dog bar. Hot dogs for like, I don't know, $50 a piece, $25 a piece.
Are we talking about real hot dogs here? Or this
Yeah.
some sort of?
No, real hot dogs. It's
Sexual
called
innuendos.
I know.
No,
I'm
it's-
like, you're talking? This clearly isn't like you're eating a hot dog. You're like getting.
no, it was a hot dog. It was
Okay.
called Don't Tell. I think the hot dog stand's called Don't Tell.
Yeah. So that didn't help your story or your case at all. Okay.
There's
Okay.
a bar in Fayetteville. It's a hidden bar, and you're in one bar, and you have to be. It's a private. You have to be a member.
Yeah, this
And
is, yeah.
you go through a cigarette machine. You know,
Okay, yeah.
cigarette machine.
Yeah.
It opens up and goes down, and it's a private.
Why do you guys believe your story and not mine?
Because no one's spending $150 on a hot dog.
There's a crack den in one of the, like, I don't even know like what you guys are talking about. This is crazy. Crazy nonsense.
What? There is a private. It's called somebody's apartment, Jerry's apartment, or something like that.
Okay.
Mm.
I believe you. Okay. What's the next question?
Okay, that was all those questions. So now
Shut
I
your
do have a
mouth,
word
let's
game.
Get on with it.
I do have a word. Jasmine won that.
I won.
game
What do I
4-1. You win
Maybe a stocking may be coming your way.
a stocking. Yes.
Yeah, with orange sliced chocolates and
Marzipan.
Pez dispensers and marzipan. I will actually gladly take marzipan. So
Stocking with J.
Why
on
did
it.
I think marzipan was orange? I could have swore that was orange.
I don't know. I don't know why you think the things you think.
Yeah, it's hard. I do have words if you guys want to do a word game. But we
Yeah,
don't have to.
I want to play more games. My life lacks games.
Okay. All right. This is a game where you have to guess what the definition of the word is. We've played this like 100 times. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding,
yeah.
Of course.
The word game. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the
For our
first
newest
word,
listeners, all of them.
the first word is quixotic. I think Quixotic.
Wait. Wait, say it again.
Quixotic.
Quixotic. Quixotic.
hmm
Okay.
You have to go last. I I think it's
I don't know. Quixotic.
I think it's probably a I think it's probably like exotic dancing of people that are transgendered. Like
Huh. Okay.
that's what I think.
Quixotic.
I do think it's something to do with the word, and it sounds like it says quick exotic. So doing something exotic quickly is where my
hmm
mind's going.
hmm
So I don't know, maybe going
A
some
BJ in the
exotic,
elevator.
going to some exotic land and getting on a plane and leaving immediately. As soon
It's
as
like going to a hot dog bar and
yes,
you have to give a
that's it.
password or
Jerry's
whatever. Okay.
apartment, something like that.
Hmm. I feel like I've heard a word like this before, but I didn't know what it meant. So that I'm in a bad spot there.
Somebody
Um,
said it to you
I just feel like I've read it before,
and you
maybe.
blinked.
hmm
Okay. So I'll say like what's that? Isn't there like a author
Yeah.
or like a book or something that's like Don Quixote or do you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
Don Quixote. Yeah. What about
Okay,
it?
so something that's quixotic or quixotic or whatever is something that is adjacent to Don Quixote the novel or whatever.
Well, you got the
It's
closest, I think.
really?
Yeah.
Really? What is it?
Yeah. Exceedingly idealistic or impractical, which Don Quixote was
Okay.
that.
Of course, because we've all read it. We all know exactly what that book's about. So
Yeah. Okay.
so 1
So
point for me, right?
no,
A half
no
at
points for
least?
anybody.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
If ephemeral, you might have to help me say that word. EPHEMERAL.
Ephemeral, that sounds right.
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm gonna go with something that floats in the air.
Okay.
I'm probably an idiot.
I've got a more of an idiotic. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. So I'm gonna say it's an infinite sized femur bone.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
that is creative. I
Ephemeral.
love it.
Okay, I think it's like something that's on the outskirts or like on the outside. It's like ephemeral. I feel like I've heard
Interesting.
this one too.
I've heard this word too, and I don't know why I don't know it, but it's lasting for a very short time,
Oh,
which is
so
it's
you as a man don't want to be known as Ephemeral
Yeah.
no,
Greg.
So that's
no.
what she
That's a great
meant.
nickname.
That's what she
Ephemeral
meant.
Greg.
Darren said that's what she meant.
I've heard that my whole life. I never knew.
Darren
Yeah.
was like, Darren, how was I? How was I? Oh, it was ephemeral. I'm like, oh, great, thanks.
Oh wow, it's like
Mm.
infinity.
You're like, wow, that sounds like a great
She loved
compliment.
my big femur bone.
Yeah, my infinite sized femur bone. That's so
Hmm.
ridiculous.
Ephemeral. Yeah. Okay.
How about persnickety?
Oh, I feel like I know this one.
I think
So
I
I
know
feel
this
like I
one.
should know this one, but it seems like it's something that means odd or weird, I
Mhm.
think. I don't
Okay.
know. Or strangely like a librarian, odd,
Okay. Okay, Darren.
mousy,
I
mousy.
I think persnickety is somebody that is particular and like I don't want to go to that restaurant because they don't serve things the way I like it. That persnickety
Uh-huh.
is
Are you speaking from experience?
they're too particular about
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
if I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying it the
yeah.
right way, but
Sounds
they're
like experience
Yeah,
like
talking.
I think persnickety is somebody who's like really hard to please and kind of like irritable and yeah, particular is a good word for it, but yeah, like persnickety, they're like
You
yeah,
guys
they're
both get
tough.
1 point. Good job.
Well, give us
I've
the
heard that
definition.
word before. It's fussy or overly particular about details.
So it's not a new word. That pernickety's been
I
around a long
thought
time.
it was not a new word, but I don't know. I guess
maybe
maybe
it
some
was
of
like
these
a
were not new
slang and now
words.
it's a new
Yeah.
word.
All
Yeah.
right, so, but a librarian would be particular about details, I would think. But
Yeah, you don't get any points. Okay, move on.
The librarian was pretty random. I don't know where that
Yeah.
came from.
Zeitgeist Zeitgeist.
Oh, okay. That's like something that's in
Wait a
like
second, you have to go. You have to go last. You have to go last.
Why do I have to go last?
Because
These
you're
are
the
all like
smartest. Because you're the
ancient
smartest.
words. Okay. Yeah, I'm so fucking smart. Say that more.
I'm gonna say it's a German pastry.
And what is the word again?
Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist.
Yeah. Zeitgeist.
Gosh. I think
German pastry. Pretty sure. Like I had a Zeitgeist when I was in
Zeitgeist.
Munich, and it was really good.
Zeitgeist. I think has something to do with a computer chip or something to do with the inner workings of something.
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
Okay, my turn.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, it's like, from what I understand, it's like an overarching theme that kind of like goes through like a time. Like basically, it's like when Matt and I moved to Raleigh, we kept seeing Raleigh on things. Like we kept seeing like Raleigh was in Curb Your Enthusiasm. It was in it was like in the zeitgeist. It was in like the public
Mhm.
sphere of understanding in kind of this like supernatural way almost.
You're smart.
And that's what
The
it is?
defining spirit or mood of a particular time in history. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Well
Wow,
done.
Thank you.
that's a deep
That's
one.
really good. Yeah. And the last one is scintillating, but it's SCINTILLANTING.
SCINT.
Mm-hmm. ILLANTING.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it. Go ahead, Darren, if you got something.
Well, I'm laughing because spelling it doesn't help or hurt me.
Yeah.
I don't have the phonics down. So scintillating, to me, it sounds like it's something sensual. Like titillating is to tease
Yeah,
or
it sounds like
whatever.
titillating.
So
Yeah.
scintillating is that, but in a sensual way. Like scintillating is maybe Matt coming into the bedroom dressed
Why?
as a
Okay.
warrior.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
Jasmine or something
So
like that.
I'm with you, and I think it's very close to that. I'm gonna say since it's SCIN.
Well, see, that's the part I lost.
that I don't know, that doesn't work, but I'm just gonna go with it anyway. That it's more related to the smell, like
Yeah.
the scent of the dude coming in to the bedroom, like he put on some musk.
Cologne.
I'm gonna go
Is
with kind
musk
of
still a
that.
thing? Is musk still a thing?
Yes.
Is it? I don't know. I don't
don't
know.
know.
Not in my world. No, I think it's kind of like that, but I think it's like, yeah, an enticing smell. Something that's scintillating is like a chocolate chip cookie, white chocolate macadamia cookie right out of the oven.
With
Or
raspberries.
they have
raspberry on it.
these perfumes now that are like pheromone perfumes.
Hey,
I've never used it, but something like that.
Speaking of perfumes, why are all the you guys? I don't know if you watch regular TV, but that's all I have, right? And I have watched
So
commercials,
old.
and
Okay.
I know. I'm sorry, it's not
But
old.
No,
me
be
too.
sorry. Be sorry
It-
about how old
no,
you are.
no, it's not old. Listen, it's not old. It's going back to this. I'm trying to get back to the most reality that I can do. Just like
Have
we
you
talked
seen a
about.
Skip It commercial recently?
I haven't, but but I do watch the channel that could have that called METV, but because
Yeah,
it
I
has
have that
all
too.
old shows. But I will tell you that
I
the
watched
perfume
MASH the
commercials
other
are
night
so
on
weird.
that.
Yeah, me too. I don't really like that show though. I know it's
I like
supposed to be
The
super good,
the nurse or whatever who's like
hot lips hula
yeah, Hot Lips. That's right.
but the commercials for the cologne is so awful. They're all I can't
Oh,
understand
they
any
have
of them
cologne commercials still?
all the
it's
time,
horrible.
all the
Okay.
time.
Is
But
it like
between cologne,
it's
there's
like
only two
Johnny
types
Depp
of
and he's like,
commercials.
I use
Oh
Yes.
yeah, oh yeah.
whatever. Okay.
No, they don't
And-
ever say
and
they
it's-
use anything.
No,
They
they're
just
just
Mm.
walking
they're
through the
swimming
desert.
they're swimming in water,
And
then
there's
all of a
like
sudden they get
beautiful
out.
and just like
Yeah.
like
They get
next
out
to
Yes.
them. And,
and a towel, they wrap a towel around them,
yeah.
and then and their hair's all, and then it just says Dior.
Yeah.
hmm
But it didn't say anything
de
about how they smelled. They were in the water. They were swimming. Why
Well,
would that
Right.
and I'll
No,
tell
I
you
mean,
who's
okay, I have
on
a
'em
question
now.
though, because that seems to be bothering you a little bit. But I just feel like if it was literally like Charlize Theron and it was just like a skimpy bikini, you wouldn't even remember what the commercial was about. You'd be like, that one with Charlize Theron? You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell
I'm
you who
okay
they're
with
using
that.
now
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Chalamet, the little guy, the Chalamet guy.
Oh yeah, he's
He's
super
on a
androgynous.
he's on a
Yeah.
motorcycle, and
What's
it-
androgynous mean?
It's like gender neutral type thing.
really,
Like it's
you
like
think
a,
he's androgynous?
Mm-hmm. He
He's
basically looks like a woman with a man, but he's a man. Like he has a very
Mm.
feminine.
He's a
He
boy.
could play a woman if he were like, because he's a good actor too. So
He's a boy.
yeah,
Well, it does
he's
bother me,
Dylan.
but
He's playing
Bob Dylan. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exciting. Okay, so I won
the
the word
word,
game, or
well, we hadn't finished what it is.
Oh.
Scintillating, brilliantly clever, or sparkling and shining. So no points
Oh.
for anybody. But Jasmine did win from a score of 2-1 to 0. Jasmine wins the word game and the
I think I should
Windy
have got
City
a point,
Rehab
a half
game.
a point for that.
you still lost.
Sparkling.
Oh, did you?
Sparkling. Never
Did you
gonna.
say sparkling?
No,
I'm sorry.
I said Matt
Wind it
would
back.
come into a room dressed as Thor or something.
Oh yeah, but that
Yeah, you said it was like
that
sensual though. I don't know. I
I
mean,
don't think
half a
that's
point fine, but you
brilliantly
still
clever
lost. So
or sparkling or shining, brilliantly shining. If you'd have said he had a tinfoil something,
hat.
another
Hat.
tinfoil hat on his
Mhm.
femur bone, then maybe.
Wow. Okay. So I won
So-
both games.
You did win both games, and all my notes are checked off.
Oh my god.
Jasmine won both games. Just
Jas-
for future reference.
She's taking notes for future. It's video recorded. You don't have to actually do that. I mean,
Yeah,
She never
but
goes
just in
back and
case.
watches it.
So yeah, just in case. I'll
So-
remember it if I see it every day. You know, I'm gonna put it on my wall. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. I love
I'm
it.
looking
I
for
love it that you.
clapping.
I love it that you're smart and funny.
She's so smart and she's so funny. That's it. Okay. Well, there we go. Right? Is that it?
Yeah, I was looking for clapping on my new app, but
Mm.
And for the closing comments, there's no there's nothing you want to tell us about Boston that you left out, maybe?
No, can't think of
No.
it.
Okay.
Is that a toilet?
yeah, that's a good ending.
Yeah. No, it was just totally normal and super fun and just normal.
Yeah. Cool.
Nothing.
Everything
So,
was just normal.
yeah,
That's awesome. I love normal.
me too.
Normal's easy.
It was so good catching up with you guys. And hopefully one day we'll have fans and they can ask us questions and make
And
comments.
take calls. I want
And
to
we
start
can
taking
address.
calls.
Yeah, we can take
I
calls.
think the technology is there. It's just
It is. We have it.
It's just it's behind a paywall, and Greg still won't spend any money on it.
No,
Well,
we have it.
I think we could set up a call. We could get Matt to call, or we could get people we know to call.
I don't think we
kinda
could get
it
Matt
going.
to call.
Well, okay, we can't get Matt to
kidding.
call. You've got
We get
no-
Amy. We get all the spouses back on, and we'll update,
Mm.
and they can tell all the great things that have happened since.
Oh wow, you want to do that? Okay.
You know what? I think what we ought to do. What? No.
Would
What?
Mariana come back on? I want.
What do we ought to do?
I want to
I
hear
don't know
about the
that Mariana
story
would
of the
come
other
back on.
guy again.
Yeah, I want to hear more about the first guy,
The guy, yeah.
the other
Yeah.
one.
He's a really nice guy.
Oh my God, Greg!
You
come
know
on.
what? We could have spouses come on and talk about their exes. Amy could talk about her.
I
exes.
don't want to do
Matt
that
could
at
talk
all.
about his
Nope,
exes.
I'm good.
We-
I'm good on that.
I think what Darren said was he was going to get all my exes to come on the show.
Oh, that's a good one. Everyone has to bring their high school sweetheart on the show.
Oh wow!
I don't want to.
I don't
want to
know
do
any
that.
of those people. I don't. That'd be tough. You want me to
Janet.
No,
wonder if
I
Janet
don't.
would
try?
come on.
I don't know. I don't know. Janet's
maybe.
married.
How close were you and Steve?
Would what?
So how
My
close were
ex,
you and
Steve?
Steve?
My ex
How
Steve,
close were you and Steve?
me and him in the stabbing cabin.
Hmm.
Stupid.
I'm just saying.
Oh
So,
my.
okay, I called Janet and she says, "Oh, well, let me ask my husband. Hey, husband, Darren Mealy, you remember that guy from high school? He wants me to come on and talk about my relationship with Greg in high school. How's the
You don't
husband?
say that.
How's the husband gonna go down with that? Oh, I'd love for you to go down memory lane and maybe I'd never see you again." She started thinking
No.
about
Well, if
you.
he's listened to the
No.
show, she'd probably be okay with it.
She
Yeah.
starts thinking about Greg and how what could have been, and then it's like a
Yeah.
reunion. People get together in reunions, and then boom, there's divorces, marriages.
Oh, you know who met Audra met her newest husband at her reunion.
Audra.
Sadkin. The tall girl. I don't know. Yeah.
Do I know her?
Chris Wilson's first
You don't
wife.
know her first or last name. You don't know her by her description. So I'd say probably you don't know her.
He knows her. He knows her.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat food.
Okay.
So I hope
Enjoy.
you guys have a great night.
Hey.
It was so fun talking to you.
Thank you, Jasmine, for coming on.
Bye.
Oh,
Love ya.
for sure. Okay.
Hey, and
Bye.